This evening, it's a not guilty plea by reason of insanity for a former Appleton firefighter. Scott Schmidt's accused of shooting and killing his wife and injuring his mother-in-law at Schmidt's Grand Chute home 2 months ago. In May, he was found mentally competent to stand trial, but in court today claimed he was insane at the time of the murder. Evan Peralt has more this evening in this Fox 11 follow-up.
We would like to enter not guilty pleas and not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect at this time, Your Honor.
And with only 3 words of acknowledgement, Scott Schmidt pled insane Tuesday morning in the shooting death of his wife and attempted homicide of his mother-in-law.
Mr. Schmidt, is that in fact your plea? Yes, Your Honor. Okay.
Along with the not guilty plea, Schmidt's lawyers also filed a change of venue request. His lawyers declined comment after court, but District Attorney Carrie Schneider says she's not surprised with the plea.
You always anticipate it almost in any kind of homicide or any kind of serious case. You anticipate that they may raise that issue.
What's next for Schmidt is he'll undergo an evaluation by a doctor. Psychologist Frank Cummings says he's performed about 20 similar examinations and says there are 2 main things that have to be proved for the mental disease plea to be successful.
Did the defendant appreciate the wrongfulness of their conduct at the time of the crime? The second question is that was the defendant able to conform their conduct to the requirements of the law at the time of the commission of the crime?
Simply put, Cummings says it means the defendant pleads he's not responsible for the crime because a mental illness prevented him from understanding what he was doing at the time he was doing it. But he says the plea, also known as NGI, usually doesn't pan out.
An NGI plea is used successfully less than 0.5% of all pleas.
Schmidt will undergo the evaluation within the next 30 days. His trial is set for November. Evan Peralt, Fox 11 News.
The district attorney says if a doctor's evaluation says he suffered from a mental disease, then there could be a 2-part trial. The first would be for a judge or jury to determine if Schmidt is guilty or not. If he is found guilty, then there would be a second part to determine whether he suffered from a mental disease at the time of the crime or did not.